Alright, so I think enough time's gone by. I've had enough time online and in the lab with Khameleon and Kitana that I can easily say Khameleon feels really good with Kitana. Like, she really does. This is a character that I've put almost all my time in this game with. I have tried to just learn anything and everything with Kitana and the different cameos that are good with her. I've tried to master this character and I've gotten, you know, as close as I think I can. And I can truthfully and honestly say that Khameleon is one of, if not the best cameo to use for her. Now, I know there's a lot of good cameos to use for Kitana. A lot of people would say that Jax or Sub-Zero. I personally was using Sub-Zero before I was using Khameleon. But yeah, cameos like Jax, Sub-Zero, Goro, Kung Lao, other cameos like that that would really fit good with Kitana's playstyle. I completely understand if that's who you think is Kitana's best cameo, but I just want to show you not only combos that will help you with your Kitana and Khameleon gameplay when you take her online, but also just, you know, neutral play, how Khameleon really benefits this character. So I want to show you that, and really just, I think this is probably the most fun cameo. So even if you don't think that she's the best cameo for Kitana, you can't lie that it is the most fun, and I want to show you all the things that you need to know before you take Kitana and Khameleon online. Okay, so the first part of this video is going to be, you know, basically neutral play, set play, just how the three variations of Khameleon help and benefit Kitana, or, you know, how they don't really mix with Kitana, but most of it does work with Kitana. So we're going to be going over that in the first part, and then the later part will be, you know, the combo stuff. So if you're only here for the combos, you know, I'll leave a timestamp for you so you can skip to that. But I do have some important information, just some other stuff that you probably want to hear that'll help you when you're playing online with Kitana and Khameleon. All right, so we'll start off with the Kitana variation of Khameleon, right? And we get Phantos, normal Phantos, just like Kitana's Phantos. They're both highs, except as you saw on hit, like just normal hit used in neutral, leads to a knockdown. And it's also a launcher, say if you use it in a combo, right? You can keep things going from there. And then the other move with the Kitana variation is the lift, right? And this is what everybody's having fun with. This is what you see in all the combo videos on Twitter. And it's just, it's just a good tool for neutral, just because it gives you like that sense of unpredictability. When you could just be going like, okay, I'm going to go for this string, right? On block, right? You do it on block. Your opponent's blocking. You're going to go for the string. You know it's safe. Maybe you even know it jails into like a little crouch jab or whatever. You're just going for stuff. And then all of a sudden you lift yourself up. And now they have to worry about a jump in. You can catch people trying to up block you or, you know, whatever. Only thing you have to really be worried about is them anti-airing you. But if they're not ready for it, because like I said, you're being unpredictable. You're not, you know, every time you have Kitana variation up, you're just spamming it. If you're not doing that, they'll never, you know, it'll be rare that you catch the people to actually be able to anti-air you. Most of them will probably just try and up block you, and therefore you can go for grabs or you can go for a low, whatever it may be. Okay, so now that we've gone over that, I'm going to talk a little bit about how these moves are on block, because Kitana, I believe, is the safe variation, right? So like Phantos, you know, we go for back 2-4 into Phantos or -6. Completely safe. So that's a good thing. If you're in Kitana variation, you don't have to worry about pressing the cameo button and being like, oh fuck, I fucked up, I'm gonna get punished. No, you're completely safe. It's fine. All right, and you can probably catch some people off guard. Like I said, if you're just out here, because back 2-4 is safe on block no matter what. It's her go-to mid, and it's safe no matter what because it's -5. It's even better than the fan. However, if you're just going for back 2-4 most of the time and then going for like lows, or, you know, backdashing, trying to jail with 1-1-2, whatever it may be, you can catch them off guard by, like I said, you're being unpredictable with this Kitana variation. You can catch them off guard and just go for a random Phantos at the end of the string, and it'll lead to a knockdown. You get some Oki off it. Good stuff, right? Okay, and then we have fan lift, right? And obviously we know jump ins plus on block, right? All you have to worry about is being up blocked or being anti-aired. And either one of those could lead to, you know, big damage. You get anti-aired depending on the character, and now they just got like a full combo on you, or you got up blocked and they got a full combo punish on you. However, Kitana has a way around this because of a special move she has, to where, say they do up block you or they do anti-air you and they get a full combo on it. Okay, next time you know that, right? They're probably going to do the same thing. So next time you get the Kitana variation and you go for lift, they're going to do the same thing. They're either going to up block or they're going to anti-air. Kitana has a way around that, and you can just lift and square wave, right? Boom, get me the fuck out of there. We reset the neutral. I'm at a range that Kitana would love to be at because of her amazing zoning between all her projectiles and, you know, setting up traps and blah, 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 right? That's just Kitana 101. So there's nothing wrong with just in the neutral going for lift. Like I said, all you have to worry about is being up blocked or anti-aired. And if your opponent is doing that to you consistently, then realize that and realize that you have an out, right? You don't have to commit once you're in the air to doing a jump in and getting, you know, fucking fully combo punished, right? So you have an out with Kitana, and that's why I think a lot of people are having fun with this move, but I just think it fits with Kitana, especially because she doesn't have to commit to being in the air, right? She just doesn't have to commit. All right, so obviously with Mileena, air sides don't hit on block. Don't have to worry about being punished there. You can throw them out if you want to, if you wanted to catch like a jump or whatever. I don't know. Or maybe trying to get rid of their cameo that was going across the screen. I don't fucking know how that would work. But otherwise, there's really no point in doing that, especially when you're this close. But ball roll. I know I said there should be no reason you press ball roll in neutral. However, I was somewhat lying because there's one situation with Kitana, and it's a hella good situation for Kitana, that you should be pressing ball roll when playing in the neutral when you're up close like this, right? So obviously Kenchi's on block all right now, but if he wasn't, if I take him off block and I get back on Mileena. All right, so Kitana has this back three, right? Back three, which is a low starter. You can go back 3-3, which is a double low that leads into a knockdown, right? Okay, now if we get Mileena and that stupid ball roll, that's a double overhead. So I just did low into double overhead. So basically, anytime you have Mileena and you're up close or somewhat like, and you don't even have to be that up close because it's a far-reaching low, right? Like it's almost round start, not quite. You know, you got to scoot up a little bit, and then it hits round start. Like you got to scoot up just a little bit, and then it hits. So it's a far-reaching low, pretty good, that your opponent now has to guess every time. If you have Mileena assist, your opponent has to guess whether they want to take the knockdown or the combo. Now, obviously, if they guess right on the overhead, you're getting punished, right? Like I said, it's unsafe on block. You're gonna get fully punished. However, if you just go for low on block, whoops, there's block. All right, if you just go for low on block, -7. -7, you're completely safe. They can't do anything about it. Maybe they could jab you, but what the fuck is that gonna do against you, right? Like even then, I don't think anybody has a 6-frame jab. I don't think. So could be completely wrong about that. Could be completely wrong about that, but I don't think so. So there's nothing wrong with just going for this, right? You're safe on block. There's nothing wrong with that. And eventually, if they're smart, right, you would think, okay, well, I'm going to block overhead every time. If I see, you know, I'm going to block low and then I'm going to block overhead because I don't want to take the combo. It's like, okay, go ahead and do that. I'm going to hit you low. You're going to get knocked down. And at some point, you're going to get tired of it, right? And you're going to block low. Because I've just been spamming it, right? You're getting knocked down, blah, blah, blah. Just been spamming it. And then they're like, all right, fuck this, I'm blocking low. Then you hit them with the overhead. It really is just a 50-50 for them. Like, they have to guess, do I want to take the knockdown, right? And then have to keep dealing with this, dealing with pressure. I could back up, go for my mid. I could just back up and go for the low again and make you guess again. Like, it really is. When you have Mileena, it really is a guessing game for them. Now, obviously, if they're not paying attention to you, they might never know. And if you're aware, because you have to be aware while playing Khameleon, if you're like, okay, I'm on Jade Assist. So if I go for this string, right, I'm just going for this string. It's safe on block, and it's just going to lead me to a knockdown, right? So they see the string. And most of the time, you can catch people. You know, you'll go for back three. They'll block the first low, but they don't block the second one, and they get knocked down. And then eventually, as the game goes on or the set goes on, they'll learn. Okay, it's a double hitting low. He always goes for the second hit. It's a double hitting low. So they'll just hold block on the low and wait till it's technically their turn. They can't punish you, but I think it is their turn. So they'll wait. Well, then you just wait till you get Mileena ball roll. They're conditioned because while you're in Kitana or Jade Assist, you know, you're just going for the normal low or just the low, whatever you may be. And then finally you get to Mileena and you hit them with the meanest of mix-up. You know, they're ready to block just both double lows. And you hit them with low overhead. It's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. And it leads to a full combo. So like I said, it's already, this back 3-3 and back 3 by itself was just already a good tool for Kitana. However, the only thing about her was she doesn't have any overheads. She's got like one overhead at the end of her string. So Mileena ball roll being a double hitting overhead that's fucking hella fast. It's hella fast. Makes for such a good 50-50 that opponents have to respect. Obviously, if they guess right on the overhead, they get a full punish. But if you just go for the low, you're obviously safe on block. So it's a really good tool, and it catches a lot of people off guard that I've noticed online. The people just don't realize it, or you've conditioned them to block the double lows while you're in the other variations, that they forget and they don't realize you're in Mileena, and then you hit them with the double overhead and you get a full combo, right? So it is hella good in my opinion. It is something that Kitana desperately needed, because like I said, she had no overheads and really no ways of opening you up other than whiff punishing and like just having good buttons and good frame data. But in terms of like mix up, she didn't have anything. So it's a really good added bonus when doing Mileena, and really the only time I suggest going for ball roll in the neutral or anything Mileena wise in neutral. Otherwise, like I said, it's just for combos, whether you get the hits, you can go into stuff like that. All right, so last but not least, with Jade, we got Glaive, aka Serena 2.0, and we have Glow. So obviously, like Glaive, I said, Serena 2.0 used for combos, can also be used for zoning just in the neutral because you can aim it, right? Can also be good for like an anti-air with the whole angle. But other than that, most of the time, what are you using that move for? You're using it for combos, right? You get the hit and you're going into Glaive. With Kitana, you can set up trap, which, like I said, here in a second, we're going to get into those. We're going to get into the combos and everything, and I'll show you all the sauce that she has. But yeah, so Glaive is really good just for combos, and like I said, for zoning, you can easily use it for zoning because you can angle it and stuff like that. But if we're going to talk about zoning and the Jade variation, what we really want to talk about is the Glow. Her purple glow that makes you invulnerable to projectiles. It is such a big win for Kitana, because I do think, obviously, Kitana has amazing zoning tools, but I think other characters on the roster can outzone her. Other characters like Liu Kang or Shang Tsung is one that I usually struggle with. I just think they outzone her. All her tool, like her projectiles, yes, they're good, but some of them it takes a while to get there, and if she gets hit while they're still traveling, they go away, right? Unless you EX them, right? If I EX this fan, it won't go away, obviously. But other than that, if it's just a normal fan toss, it's going away if I get hit, and characters like Shang Tsung and Liu Kang can take advantage of that. That's why whenever I played Kitana before Khameleon dropped, I ran Sub-Zero KAMEO, because anytime I needed in the match to just run away and zone with all my great zoning tools, I would throw on the armor, throw on that nice Sub-Zero ice armor, and it would be so fucking nice just sitting back and being able to zone the fuck out of people when needed, right? Obviously, that's not how I want to play the whole game, but when needed, it was useful. But now with Khameleon and this Jade Glow, you can basically do the same thing. You don't have to worry about hits of armor. You're completely invulnerable the whole time it's on, and you can just take advantage of all of Kitana's lovely zoning, right? So I haven't, in the few matches that I've played with her online, I haven't taken full advantage of that. I really do need to, and just realize like, oh shit, okay, I have Jade. Let me, this is the moment. Let me fucking switch to the Glow on and get back and start going, or switch the Glow on and rush their ass down if they're a zoning character like Shang Tsung or Liu Kang just trying to throw his fireballs, whatever. If they're characters like that and they want to play the fireball game, throw the Glow on real quick and fucking rush them down and just go get them. On block, let's talk about these moves on block real quick. All right, so Glaive, obviously people have seen, if they block Glaive, most people are going to go for a down one just to get rid of Jade, and if they get rid of Jade, then Glaive goes away. However, I'm pretty sure if they do that and you're noticing that they're doing that, then you can obviously just go for your own down one and it'll gel them. So, and then, right, and now they still have to block. They got to block all this, right? So I'm pretty sure you can do that. Obviously Kitana has a 7-frame jab, both of them, just her stand or her crouch. So I'm pretty sure you can do that if they're the type, obviously like that's the counter, just how it was kind of like with Serena, where it's like you just duck it and then you jab. It's kind of the same thing with Jade, but they're basically trying to hit the KAMEO, or fucking let them hit the KAMEO, right? You're on block, Jade comes out, let them jab the fucking KAMEO, and you can just get a fucking punish off that, right? Just let them. But if not, if you really want to have that second hit of Glaive, you can obviously hit them with the down one or a stand one, whatever it may be. Glow. Now here's the thing, Glow can be useful on block. You wouldn't think it could, but it could, depending on what your opponent's reversal is and if it counts as a projectile, right? Like, I'm not too sure, but I think like Natara, her spit, if that's a projectile, which I think it does count as a projectile, could be wrong, but I think it does. If that's a projectile and you put them in this blender, and usually they're going for like a reversal, or especially they're going for a reversal on Glaive, they think you're about to go into Glaive, you could do this. There's no problem just throwing up Glow. You do this, throw up glow, they go for reversal, it goes through you and you get a punish, right? So it depends, like I said, it depends on what their reversal is, whether it counts as a projectile or not. I don't think most characters does, but characters such as, like I said, Natara's spit, which I think is a projectile or counts as one, and Rain, his fucking ground bubbles, that shit's going right through you if you do it. It's very situational. I don't recommend just doing it every now, like all the time, but hey, every now and then it could work. So yeah, I think I basically touched up on everything I want to say for like the 3 variations in terms of neutral, tips and tricks and stuff like that, the do's and don'ts. But honestly, Khameleon's just a very fun cameo. She pairs very well with Kitana in my opinion, and she's just very fun. I think a lot of people can say that she's fun. Once you get like used to the whole timer thing, and once you know what to use in what situations in each variation, she does become a lot more fun, especially with Kitana. So I hope you enjoyed this part, you know, the tips and tricks. I hope you enjoyed playing Kitana and Khameleon online, and I hope this video served you well. Obviously, the combo part is coming up next, but that's going to be it for me. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you really enjoyed, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell right next to it. I got a lot more guides, fighting game content, and video game content that you're not going to want to miss. And make sure to stick around, like I said, for the rest of the video. It's going to be all the combos you're going to want to see. And until next time, for me, I will see y'all later. Peace.